Hi, my name's David Hartmann. I live in Brisbane, Australia, and I've been an acupuncturist for almost 30 years. I've been doing a number of workshops online with eLotus over the last few years on a range of different topics. And this one in particular, I'm really excited about because it's the first time I've ever actually put the 5 spirits and the 8 extraordinary vessels together in such a detailed workshop. I have done it in the past in Australia or in Europe and the UK on a smaller scale. This is going way beyond that. This is looking at across 2 days, what is 16th, 17th of August, 2022, 16 hours of continuing professional development. So that's at least double than the longest I've taught it on this topic before. So eLotus and yourselves have the opportunity to really immerse yourselves in this world. So across the 2 days, we're going to, as I said, look at the 5 spirits and the 8 extraordinary vessels, and then how they connect together in clinical practice. So we'll start off with the 8 extraordinary vessels. We'll look at their history, their functions, general overview of them, when to use them, how to use them, how I use them, some warnings, that type of stuff. And then each of the 8 extraordinary vessels are looked at one at a time. So we look at the Ren, Du, Chong, Dai, the Yang and Yin Chao Mai, the Yang and Yin Wei Mai. For each of them, we look at their opening and couple points, their English names. We look at their opening point in a bit more detail, usually within the context of mental health and self-esteem and ego and that type of thing. We look at each of the vessels' functions in the body, and then we look at a range of treatments for each of the 8 extraordinary vessels as well. A balancing one, so that if your patient has an imbalance within any of those 8 extras, the regulating treatment is designed to help to settle that down so that the next time the patient comes, it's easier to work out what's going on with the patient because you've stripped away at those layers to make it more easy to diagnose. And then look at a range of other disorders as well, whether it be musculoskeletal for the 8 extras, a mental emotional issue or whatever. After we've done that, that'll be sort of partway through the first day, we'll look at the 5 spirits. Each of the 5 spirits as an overview of the history of them, and then each of them one at a time. Again, their functions, what they're doing in the body, how they're working, what they're helping you with. And then a treatment or an acupuncture point combination for them when they're excess and what the signs and symptoms of that look like. Deficiency, how that looks, a treatment, and then to balance out again, a regulating balancing treatment for each of the spirits, which will take us into partway through day 2. And then we merge the 2 concepts together. And we look at, again, each of the 5 spirits. So let's say Shen, for example, we look at Shen excess. We look at which of the 8 extraordinary vessels would be really good to treat the Shen excess. And then we look at how you would treat that. So an acupuncture point combination to treat, and an explanation for why the vessel was chosen and why the points were chosen. So you're getting not just the information, but the reasons for why. For some of the spirits and for some of the excess, deficiency or balancing, there may even be a second vessel that we discuss. We work that through the excess, deficiency, regulating for all 5. So that's 15 minimum treatments just for that. And then we look at the Hun-Po axis, that dynamic, which one of the 8 extraordinary vessels could treat that, why, and then a point combination. We look at the Shen-Ji axis, same thing, why an 8 extraordinary vessel was chosen, the points for that vessel and why. And then we look at how you might look to regulate all of the 5 spirits using an 8 extraordinary vessel. So it's a really fascinating look at 2 really intriguing concepts that often don't get a lot of coverage in Chinese medicine literature and in Chinese medicine studies. So I hope you'll join me at eLotus on the 16th and 17th of August, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. LA time or Pacific time, I think that is. So if you're watching it online live elsewhere in the world, it will obviously be a different time for you. So you'll have to check that. But otherwise, I look forward to seeing you. Take care. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.